of the other. So, welcome to Gravity Ghost. Gravity Ghost is a game made by Lively Ivy with help. Oh, did I get to the next stage? Oh, yeah, I did. Look at that. Each of the stages or constellations that you get to go to, you get star combinations. So, as you see through here, I've gotten a couple of stars. Each of the little paw prints means that there is a ghost there, and then there's usually a skeleton that you have to bring the ghost to. By bringing ghosts to the skeletons, you can actually restore them and sort of like help them cross over. Each of the stages also will have water elementals. So I've picked up the water elemental, and I'll show you a little bit about that going into it. But let's continue. So this is your character. Ooh, look at this. I like this. Yeah, check this out. So each of the little places are sort of like a puzzle. It's a very, I mean, the puzzles are they're not too terribly difficult. There we go. Going into it, each of the puzzles requires you to get a star in order to progress to the next place. So you see one star here, and as you get each of the stars, you can unlock more places as you go along. Now, this is one of the actual new items, new abilities that I'll get. So some of the places, as you see right now, this is sort of a water ability, or a water planet, which is nice, but it's hard for me to actually stand on. So what I really need to do is grab this right here, and then I can move around the planet if I can stop moving around. Just sort of swim around the planet as it is right here, and it becomes a rock formation. I can switch using the different buttons. So you see here, I can do that. What am I doing? I am actually collecting little flowers right now. The flowers make your hair longer. They're also used to, in this case, they're actually used for, to create, for magic. So by terraforming the place, I actually use a little bit of my hair going into it.
Hey, come back! Where are you going?
Oh no, I lost my thing.
Be good. We'll see you before long.
Try to forgive Arthur. It wasn't his fault.
What?
I know. I just missed you.
This is Crazy Town. So what's really interesting about this game is that there's like a really deep story that goes along with the game itself. A lot of the stuff that you see within the game, each of the characters you save, or each of the things that you happen to... I'm actually only I'm not too far into the game. This is probably... Here, I'll show you. So this is the first sort of section that you go through. This is the second. So this is actually the third. So my title is actually a lie. I thought I was like not that nearly as far as I was. So the deal with the game is, as you can see here, is that there's a black hole in the middle of everything. The black hole is because of, well, something happened. And each of the Guardians are trying to restore the world. But actually, right now, you're the only person who can restore the world going into it. So here's what I've sort of saved so far. Saved like a house. Here are some of the animals I've saved. But the thing is that you can also listen to whatever's going on, and by listening you get a little piece of the story, which is actually surprisingly well done. The voice work is great. Here, we'll check out the bunny and see what he has to say.
Ugh, this is so great. My parents never let me have a treehouse.
They never let me hunt these woods neither, but here we are.
Sal, are you a poacher?
Me? Nah. I just like to sleep under the stars with a rifle and shoot things to sell.
Hey, want some ham?
What did I tell you? You can't bring food up here.
Why not?
You never know what a wild animal is capable of. And mark my words, food will bring them knocking even all the way up here.
Okay.
There's a good lass. Safety for... Oh, blast it! My good thumb!
So that's a little bit of the story that's actually going into it. You'll meet that character, but the main character is the girl with the ham, which is actually a very strange. Oh, look at that! I even opened up the next area if I really want to get into that one. But I think I'm going to go bit by bit going into this. So the main character, who's actually voiced by Axe, she does a really great job, is sort of, there's something going on. There's something with her family. There's something that happened to her parents, and she sort of blames her sister's boyfriend at the time for dealing with it. Oh, I just captured a animal spirit, so check that out. Right now I'm actually using two of the methods that I know. So I have a sort of a coast. I also have something that makes me heavier, which is nice. There we go. So something has happened to her parents, and now her older sister has to take care of everyone. And she sort of blames a little bit of what happened to what's going on to her older sister's boyfriend, but there might be someone else who's actually a part of this whole thing. And so that's part of the mystery that you're trying to solve, is that... Ooh, this is a lot. Okay, come on. Nice. Is that you're trying to solve the mystery of, like, what's going on and how you actually became a ghost, because that's part of it as well, is that you are actually dead. Now, the spirit that I captured is not the spirit that goes along with the skeleton, so actually we'll have to come back with that spirit in order to capture that skeleton. So let's see if what the next place I can actually get into. Oh, nice. So these are actually sort of like glass balls going into it, and I have to somehow find a way to get enough momentum in order to break open the ball with the star in it. Almost had it. One of the great things actually about this game is that there's very few like lost states. Like, I haven't gotten to a point where I just completely fly off the map, or have gotten into a situation where I just have to restart all over again. The game is very rewarding if you just want to sort of sail around the place and sort of figure things out as you go along. I really like that about this. I really like the feeling of exploration, the fact that you're not going to spend 5 or 6 minutes trying to do something and then in fact it doesn't work whatsoever. Going back to the elemental, so you remember that I used the elemental of earth in order to get to the door, but now I can't get to the door because the door is encased in earth. So what I actually have to do is I have to turn to the water elemental and turn this into water. And I'm going to go on to the next place. And this is actually going to be a new... I want to say this is going to be like a new sort of like idea. A new ability for me. So as you can see, the little ball in the center actually follows me around as I'm walking. So it's a little maze, as it were. So I sort of have to like figure out where I need to take this ball before I start getting too far into everything. Oh, there we go. And that gives me... tiny things are pulled towards me, which is great. I think. Maybe. Who knows? Boop. So like this lets me sort of like float around, or if I'm getting too far out, I can use my other ability, which sort of pulls me back down, as it were. Here, let's see if we can actually find, since I happen to have a spirit just following me around. Oh, this is really cool. So, what's really fun is that they give you a lot of, they give you a lot of like different types of planets. So we've seen sort of the earthy planets, we've seen sort of the glass planets that sort of break apart, but now these are ice planets, and you find yourself, like, even if you don't intend to move around them a lot, you often keep circling around them. It's hard to stay still on an ice planet. Oh, jeez. Oh, there we go. And it really doesn't take too terribly much to figure out each of the different levels, which is great because you sort of just want... Oh, here we go.
Welcome to space.
And she has so as whenever you free an animal, it actually gives you a lot of these flowers. So, and like I said, the flowers are actually used for your powers. So it's usually a good idea to try to collect all the flowers that you can as you go through it. And it's usually not too bad. And even if you don't collect all the flowers, you're not penalized. Like, there's not a lot of times there's not been a really long time. Oh, here we go. Something's going on.
Have you been visiting that batty old woman?
No. She baked you a veggie quiche. It'll be by tomorrow.
You should be back in school by now. But with the lighthouse broken, no one can cross the waters.
It's okay. Eddie is teaching me the sacred geometry.
What?
Did you know the entire universe is made of triangles?
Look here. You want space geometry? Here's something real. This is the Earth. If you inscribe it within a perfect pentagon, and you draw 5 more perfect circles through the corners, and you draw a smaller circle tangent to those circles, you derive the size of the moon relative to the Earth.
Huh.
Neat, right? The truth is so much more interesting than fairy tales.
Okay, now you sound like Mom.
Whee!
So I guess that sort of like goes back into what we're learning here now. As she was talking about, there's the 5 circles, and now we have, if the game sort of like pulls out, no, we have more than 5. That didn't work out. That did not work out the way I was hoping. But it goes back into the idea of like her older sister has to play more of the mother role to her, and she's sort of the rebellious teen who doesn't want to be mothered. She sort of wants her sister back going into it. I think one of the things that's sort of surprising about the game is that they do a great job of creating these different characters, even when they don't need to. Like, the game itself is relatively, I mean, it's really fun. The physics are fun. Like, it feels good to just sort of bounce around and float in this place. Like I said, there's no real threat of me flying off the edge anytime soon, and I don't feel like I'm penalized because of that. At the same time, it's not always easy to get where you need to go, and that's why you have sort of the different movements, or the motions, as it were, going into it. So my problem right now is getting back to this door while bouncing off the planet. There we go. Whoa. So each of the planets here happen to be water planets. So you can see as I fall through one of them, I sort of get stuck in the middle of it, and so it's hard to sort of get out of them once I do get in. Oh, this one's cute. And it's like it's really just such an amazing sort of like idea that you have this long flowing hair of vines like traveling behind you. And the thing is, like, as you pick up stuff, you will also have those items follow you as well. And so I usually try to turn in items as quickly as possible, but if I wanted to, I could probably have like a couple of things here and there just following me around in my hair, as it were. Oh, okay. So once again, this is one where I'm going to, see? This is the item that we saw in the cutscene. So right now my deal is that I need to get to, well, first of all, I need to open this thing up. But then what I really want to do is I want to get to the animal that's sort of like flying around at the same time. By doing that, I get a little bit more of the story, and then, here we go. So, here we get, get, there we go. See now he's a part of my hair. And then if I float around here, I can go back. Now I have to go back to the previous area that I saw his skeleton, and I have to go pick up a skeleton. Now, once again, none of this is really all that difficult. Like, right now, his skeleton, right here. Or her. It could be a her as well. I don't know.
Who's a good space weasel?
And there's something, like, just oddly joyous about this game. Just like a sense of, here we go.
What's so important that you couldn't wait until the morning to show me?
Well, I got you a present.
What is it?
It's an eyepiece for this telescope I bought you.
What? No, Arthur!
Because you love space.
It's beautiful. But these things cost a fortune.
Nah, not if you save up your comic book money. And besides, you'll need it to see our special guest.
Special guest?
And since you decided not to go off to school, there's something else in the box too.
Yes, I'll marry you.
So you see in that cutscene, you actually get a lot of information out of it. And it's sort of strange that as you're playing this, that you get sort of like a feedback of what's going on. So the question comes down to, well, what is going on? Is your character actually dead? Is she actually just pulling things together from her life? Oh, here we go. Spirit animal. I bet I have to grab that thing. Ooh. Come on. Oh, antlers. Of course. Why wouldn't they be antlers? Come on. Back here.
Oh, thank goodness, another guardian. I have so much to ask. I'm good. You're. Why are you? Who's a good giant space deer? You are. Yes, you are.
So the Guardians are, in effect, the people who should have been taking care of the planet in the middle of this whole thing to begin with, and somehow just did not do so. They're relatively incompetent and always strange going into it. Now I picked up a looks like a lighthouse, I believe, and so I'm bringing it back to the black hole in order, yep, there we go, to see what's going on. Now this is going to be interesting because this is another part of the story, sort of to unveil what might have been going on. Oh, I'm not sure. It seems a little weird. It seems like I need to be doing something else instead of. Strange. Oh, there's something else going on. Here we go.
Darn blasted boat sprung a leak again.
Interesting. There's something else going on that I have to figure out. Well, we'll continue on to the next phase that goes into it. I wonder if I can unlock this. Ah, there we go. See the rabbits? And it's kind of interesting that you can actually go to different places beforehand. Like you seem to get like a number of different abilities and different sets for each one. I'd be very interested to see like if there's a way that if I'm going through one place that I would have to get stuck if I don't have the earth ability or the water ability or whatever's coming up next. Oh, I've not seen this one yet. Oh, look at this. Interesting. So as long as the light is in the area that I'm sort of like racing around, it'll stay there. But I wonder like what will happen if it gets too long. Oh, I gotta go pick up someone. Come back here. I actually really like chasing after these animals. Oh, too easy. I don't know if you can hear the soundtrack, but the soundtrack is actually done by the same composer for Faster Than Light FTL. And it has this sort of like melodic space quality to it it's just so much fun to listen to, and sort of like this playfulness, this outer-worldly playfulness that's going into it. I'm not doing the best job in the world of grabbing all the flowers. But once again, you don't have to grab all the flowers. I think the flowers are mostly there if you are interested in... Come on! If you're interested in them. Otherwise, like, most of the time, like, you don't really have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about how much magic you have, or you don't have to worry about what you're going to get into. So here we go to our next element, which is air. Now remember, we have the ability to bring small objects close to us, so that's why everything is sort of like coming towards us. So I'm kind of quite curious what like an air sort of area would be going into it. So let's see what happens. Oh, actually, we have another puzzle to go into. Oh my god. Excuse me for a second. I need to figure out exactly how I'm gonna get out of here. Hold on. If I go through here, and go up here, and go through here. Oh, we don't need to do that. I'm probably gonna just get stuck. I think that is my idea right now, is that I'm just gonna get stuck somewhere, and we'll see how things go with me getting stuck. And I'll apologize afterwards and be like, I'm sorry, I got stuck. But that usually shouldn't be happening. Well, once again, there's no real downside to getting stuck in this maze. Like, there's no life, there's no time limit, there's no monster chasing me, there's no health bar. This is very much a very relaxing sort of game, and I find like that's really part of the fun, is that this game it's challenging, but it doesn't require you to air jump. Woo! Nice. So I basically have like a little double jump going here. Of course, the bigger object would have more gravity to it, but if I can swing myself around, but I can orbit things. Oh, almost there. Come on. Let's see if I do this. Yeah! So that helps me get to where I need to be going. So that's excellent. I'm really excited about this. This is really just like... Hold on. Here we go. So the question comes down to, what kind of skeleton do I think I have? I think I actually have more of a quadruped skeleton. Oh, jeez. What the hell is it? Oh my god. There we go. So as you can see, there's a lot of flowers around this one. And so I'm thinking water? No, this is not a water. Oh, this is a water. Nice. Easy as pie. Here we go.
Come here, Squishy Bear.
Squishy Bear. Leaving me a lot of stuff to take care of. Here we go. There we go. I think the door's on this one. Yes. There we go. Ham. More ham. Continuous joke. Like a lady fox. Or maybe it's a guy fox. I don't know. Oh. It's got his foot caught in something. Little fox love. Never hurts anyone. Going on to the next one, then we'll hit the Owl Guardian after this. Ooh. Oh, jeez. You! This is gonna be a mess. Come here. Come here. Oh, nope, nope, nope. I like how it's a very like the obviously the creature changes whenever I change directions, and so that's a really, and we're about the same speed, so I'm not going to be able to catch. Oh, I will. Just a little bit faster than him or her. See, right now I need to be able to. Ooh, I wonder if I turn that into air. Yeah, there we go. Double jump. That's all I need. Good old double jump. And this takes me to the Owl Guardian. Huh. Ooh, interesting. I like this. I think I just need to set everything up. Nope. I want to get to the next one. Thank you. Oh, the Owl Guardian will return at... Oh, okay. So I need to set the clock. So it's at midnight. Or I probably already just messed it up. Probably just messed it up. So the idea behind this one is that the Owl Guardian comes at midnight. And so that means I need to affix the hands at midnight. I'll say this was probably the first puzzle I've played so far that has some sort of like mechanic to it that's a little bit tricky. Good enough. Or not. Oh, look at this. So by moving some of these, key. No, no, no. The trick is there's a way to move them without moving everything else. And the idea is that you can figure out which way to move it without moving anything else. Sorry, this is going to take me a little bit. I'm kind of slow. And there we go. There's our owl.
What? What are you? Don't you mean who? The Owl Guardian does not appreciate your sass. Oh, sorry. Have you seen my friend the Ghost Fox? I'm trying to find him. No foxes in these parts. But, would you like to know how a lighthouse lens works? Would I? The lens focuses the light rays so that they all travel in the same direction. That's what makes the beam so bright. It's like a gem. Indeed. Thanks, Owl Guardian. Hey, someone told me you remind them of a professor. Who? Oh, I see what you did. He.
Ah, we get the lighthouse again. Or maybe that's a different lighthouse. It's probably a different lighthouse. Let's go figure this out. We'll finish this up and then we'll go take the lighthouse back. Oh, I like this. Here, up. Good enough. And we can also get rid of our little spirit animal at the same time. I mean, not like we really need to get rid of him, because he's adorable. But we need to figure out where he should go. Little spirit animal, where's your... Oh, there it is. Boom.
I have discovered the Huggs boson.
Oh, that's a really nerdy joke. That's an exceptionally nerdy joke. I love it. Up, down. Okay, here we go. Once again, we have to sort of change. Actually, I want to see what an air planet will be like. Oh, it makes it bouncy. That's not helpful at all. Well, there we go. And since we rescued another animal, we get another cutscene.
From a neighbor in your time of need, a temporary vehicular arrangement.
That's not how you spell temporary. Or arrangement. Nailed vehicular, though. Is that old fool Poacher back in our woods?
See, again, you have like a lot of personality with like very little dialogue that really goes into it. It's quite amazing. Oh, look at this. Oh wow, that was easy. I sort of just what did I do? Basically, one of the things I wanted to do was, oh, come on, there we go. Basically, I just sort of hung in the air, and I guess that was good enough to get me where I needed to go. So we'll turn this one in, and we'll just see what this gives us, and then I think I'll call it a night. So you don't get spoiled by too much.